Hi again everyone. Today we're going to do a mod on Sega Mega Drive and Sega Mega CD. We're going to get rid of these. We saw a video on RetroGameTech's channel where he got rid of all the wall warts and used a laptop power supply instead. That's what we're going to do. He just showed it complete, he didn't show how he did it, so we're going to show you how you do it. Yeah, so let's get on with it. First of all, we need to plug in one of the plugs and find out the polarity of the pin. So let's show you the pin. So yeah, we're going to plug it in and then we're going to test it, this. Stick a probe inside it, stick a probe outside it and see where everything lies. So let's do that now. Let's plug one in. I put one probe inside the pin, like so, and the other probe to the outside of the pin, and we see that it's got a voltage of, it's outputting 13.8 pretty much, and you see it's not negative. If it was negative it'd have a little minus there. So right, turn off our multimeter. Okay, so now we know the polarity of the wire. All we do is we're going to cut off the old wire from the old wall wart, like so, because we're going to use these again. Like so. And then we're going to bare these two. Okay, so I've got my Mega Drive wire bed here, Genesis Mega Drive, and I've got my laptop power supply cable bed here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to twist them together by hand and test that the polarity is still the same. If it is, we'll then do the other one and test that polarity and solder it together. So there we go, we've got the two cables, the wires braided, internal wires braided together. So we're going to test it again with our multimeter, plug it in and test it. So let's test it and make sure it's still the same. So we put probe inside and a probe to the outside, and it's negative. So we've wired our wires up backwards, so we need to rewire them and test again. So back in a second. Okay, so I've rewired this cable. We're going to plug it in and test it again. So voltmeter on, 2 volts. Put one probe inside the socket and one to the outside. And we can see now we've got a positive voltage of 12.25. So now that's safe to even test in our Mega Drive itself. So I'm going to plug this in and try to turn it on. And you see the power light comes on there. It's kind of hard to see on the camera. Let me change the region, it'll change the power LED. See, orange there. Okay, so we solder the wires together. We're now going to take them in place. Right, so that's our mod done. These two plugs are now dead. We now use this plug that goes to a laptop drive. These two won't sit next to each other in a power strip. This sits happily with any other plug in the power strip. Goes to the laptop adapter, then to these two sockets. So now what we're going to do is we're going to hook up the Mega Drive Mega CD combo and actually give it a test run in some games. So back in a second when we're doing that. Okay, so let's give this a test. Power it on. On comes the LED. On comes the system. Press the start button. Yeah, so as you can see it's working great. You need to use a multimeter to make sure you get the polarity right. If you get negative and positive mixed around, you stand a chance of blowing your system up. You can also add into it master systems. I might add as well. And 32X is better over 32X. You can also wire up the snares, I reckon. I might add the snares to it as well, because I'm using a horrible plug for that. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll leave Sonic Boom and play through, Sonic Warrior even, and that's it. Join us next time when we do something else cool. Bye everybody.
You can go again. Don't fall behind. Say don't be late. Destination heaven. Stay alive. Now you and me. We're going to have fun. Say, lights off. Excalibur. It's about that bar. What do you mean? Give and take. Going home. Time zone. Check it out, eh? Live alone. Leather legs. Getting in place. What do you get? Say, back jet. Zoom room. Cosmic zoom. That's up there. It's Sonic Boom. Sonic Warrior. Sonic Warrior. You all wanted me out of 10. You got the
Magic car.